And lastly, last story of the day is going to be what is going on with the former New York Stock Exchange president. So the entire New York Stock Exchange, their former president, his name is, what is his name again? Thomas Farley. He came out and said that in order for Bitcoin to exceed gold in market cap, it needs to be accepted more as a currency. He talked specifically about Bitcoin, where he sees it going, the upper end price target that he sees Bitcoin getting to, and also the lower end. So he said, first of all, right now, Bitcoin is something that he has spoken about on a few occasions in the past. He spoke about it back in 2015 when he was the president of the New York Stock Exchange. He said that they were going to establish a Bitcoin price index that would allow people all around the world to follow the price of Bitcoin. And since then, he's come out a couple of times, but just recently, within the last 24 hours, he came out on Squawk Box and spoke about Bitcoin. He stressed that Bitcoin was a very volatile asset it's going to continue to be that way because it is very new. Because Bitcoin and crypto are so new and a new asset class, they're going to be volatile. That's always what happens when there's a new asset class. He says he doesn't think that Bitcoin won't go up or even go down over the long term, but he believes right now, if we're looking at the trend, he says right now we're in the lower left to upper right trend, and he thinks that's going to play out over the next 5 years. So basically, he said that basically what he was saying is, look, I don't want to make a firm price prediction on Bitcoin, but what it looks like is that we're going from a lower left to upper right trend, which means that he thinks the price is going to increase as more institutions, more big money players start to get involved. So that's what he said, but he didn't want to make a strict price prediction. But when we're talking about specifics, we can assume price predictions based off of what he said, given the data. And from what he said he said, look, I think the upper bound for Bitcoin is now gold. Gold has a $10 trillion market cap. Right now, Bitcoin's market cap is sitting right around 600 billion. If we look at that, 600 billion. So in order for it to get to a $10 trillion market cap, we would need to 15x from where we are, something like that. Not 20x, but more than 10x, less than 20x. So let's say somewhere around 16, 17x from where we are right now. We would need to have Bitcoin's price around that $500,000 per coin range. And he said he thinks that's the upper end for Bitcoin's price target. He said despite the fact that Bitcoin would need to be like $500,000 per coin, he thinks it's possible, but he doesn't think that Bitcoin can surpass gold just because Bitcoin would need to be used as a form of currency in order for it to actually surpass Bitcoin, in order for it to actually surpass gold. He said right now, look, gold has been around for thousands of years as a store of value. And Bitcoin, while it is making major moves, he's not so sure if it can surpass it that easily, given the fact that gold isn't going anywhere, and people who have been around for a long time in the investment world, they see gold as a very secure asset to invest in, hedge against inflation and against the stock market. They see that as something that you should invest in when the stock market is going down, because whenever stocks are going down, gold usually goes up. So he says, look, unless Bitcoin is used as an actual currency like we're seeing in El Salvador, well, he doesn't think it will surpass Bitcoin, but that it will surpass gold. But that doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't reach 500,000. Still, based on his reasoning, the upper end for Bitcoin is 500,000. It could go higher, but he said he doesn't think that is very likely.